everyone, and welcome to Live Interactive English. My name is Sydney.
And my name is Matt.
And today we are going to be talking about mouth busters, beating oral health myths. I don't know. Before we kind of got started, I wasn't really aware of too many oral health myths.
Well, I don't know too many, but I've always tried to take good care of my health, my oral health, so my teeth and the things in my mouth. And it's always been important, even from when I was young, because when I was young, my parents told me that if I could make it to the age of 16 without having any cavities, they would give me $1,000.
Oh, did you make it? 16 without any cavities?
I did. I still, till today, I haven't had a cavity.
Wow.
So I think what my parents taught me through giving me the money was that, it's taught me good lessons on how to take good care of my teeth.
Oh, so you did actually get the $1,000.
I did.
Oh, wow. I wish my parents would have done that. When I was little, my parents just kind of scared me into brushing my teeth, making sure I flossed and used my mouthwash, because they told me that if I didn't brush my teeth, if I didn't take care of them, then the dentist was going to have to drill holes in my teeth and pull my teeth out and put replacement teeth in. And I was so scared as a child that they just kind of terrified me into taking care of my dental hygiene.
Okay, well, it sounds like what they told you is mostly true, actually. That is what dentists have to do if you have a lot of cavities.
I guess so, but you know what? It worked, because just like you, I've never had a cavity.
Wow, that's
Look at us. I think we're doing pretty well, right?
All right, well, not everyone's as lucky as us, so maybe some people out there need to learn about these oral health myths and why they're wrong and what you should do about it.
Yeah, all right. So after our break, I guess we'll find out more about some oral health myths.
The mouth is one of the most important parts of the body and plays a vital role in human health. Simply put, it helps us eat, drink, and communicate, essential activities for survival. Despite significant growth in the understanding of oral health, several myths about oral hygiene remain. Myth 1. Everyone has the same risk of cavities. Fact. Cavity risk varies widely from person to person, even though nearly everyone harbors cavity-causing bacteria. The difference lies in genetics and habits. Your genes determine your tooth enamel's strength and thickness. Some people naturally have enamel that wears down more easily.
All right, so let's get started with our lesson today. Mouth busters, beating oral health myths, day 1.
All right,
let's start.
The mouth is one of the most important parts of the body and plays a vital role in human health. Okay, so of course our mouth is very important for everything you do. It's how your food gets into your body. And everyone needs food. So that's why it is vital for human health. Now, the word vital is an adjective and it means absolutely necessary or needed. So it's something that you cannot go without. Because if your mouth isn't healthy and your teeth hurt, then you won't be able to eat food properly, and then you cannot live and cannot be, at least cannot be healthy.
Yeah, and everybody also wants to have a nice smile, right? When you meet someone, you meet your teacher, you go on a date, you want to, have a nice pearly white smile as well.
That's right. And we have an example sentence for vital. Rest is vital when you feel sick.
Absolutely. All right. Now, simply put, it helps us eat, drink, and communicate. Essential activities for survival. So obviously our oral hygiene, like you said, it helps us eat, drink. It's pretty much essential or completely necessary for us to live happy and healthy lives.
That's right. Despite significant growth in the understanding of oral health, several myths about oral hygiene remain.
All right. Now we do have a vocabulary word here. The word is despite, which is a preposition, and despite means kind of like even though, right? So even though there are a lot of, oral health myths out there, it is important to, kind of get to the truth of what actually is and isn't important when it comes to our oral health. And I think we do have an example sentence here, which says, Gavin kept trying despite facing many problems. So even though Gavin might have had a lot of problems, he kept trying anyway.
So yeah, even though our mouths are so important, a lot of people might think the wrong things about how to take good care of their health.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so now we are going to hear from Hanny and see what she has to say.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这2天的课程中，我们要来破解一些关于口腔卫生的迷思。课文提到，口腔是身体中最重要的部位之一，在人体健康当中扮演关键角色。那简单来说，它就帮助我们进食、喝水还有沟通，这些活动对生存是不可或缺的。尽管人们对口腔健康的认识已经大幅提升，可是还有一些迷思仍然存在。好，单字 vital 它是形容至关重要的、不可或缺的。Despite 是介系词，表达尽管、不管或是无论。而文中用到 oral hygiene 来表达口腔健康，其中的 hygiene 这个名词表示卫生或是卫生情况。这边有一个重点是 simply put， 它表示简言之、简单的说。这个片语也可以把它写作 put simply， 或者是 to put it simply， 用来简化说明，把这个抽象概念转化成容易理解的说法，或是用来引出总结。而其中的 put 在这边表示表达或是表述。举例来说 ，simply put，you're not her cup of tea。简单的说，你不是他的菜，你就不要再问了，就死心吧。好，接着回到课文中。
All right, thank you so much, Hanny. Now we are going to dive a little bit deeper into what these oral health myths actually are. So, myth 1. Everyone has the same risk of cavities. Okay, meaning everyone kind of has the same chance of getting cavities. Now, the fact, cavity risk varies widely from person to person, even though nearly everyone harbors cavity-causing bacteria. The difference lies in genetics and habits. Okay, so maybe that kind of explains why, you and I don't have any cavities.
Yeah, well, I knew it was about habits, of course, but yeah, I didn't so much know that it was about your genetics. I thought, I was just doing such a good job of taking care of my teeth, and that's why I don't have cavities. But in fact, it might not just be that.
Yeah, maybe we have our parents to thank for no cavities.
That's right. All right, continuing with the article. Your genes determine your tooth enamel's strength and thickness. Some people naturally have enamel that wears down more easily. Okay, so your genes determine this. Now, when we're talking about genes, we're not talking about the jeans I'm wearing.
Right.
But we're talking about genes spelled G-E-N-E, and that is a noun, and it's what's known as the building blocks of life. It's part of your DNA, and it's what makes you everything that you are. It's what gives you your hair color and your eye color and how tall you are or short you are. Everything about your body is from your genes in your DNA. So we have an example sentence, eye color often comes from genes.
Yeah. And like you said, genes, we get it from, it could be eye color, hair color, our teeth. I think I mentioned before that, my parents actually, their teeth weren't super great, I think, when they were growing up. So even though our tooth health can kind of come from our genetics and our parents, I think I'm going to take full credit for having the pearly whites that I have.
Yeah, you know what? Me too. My parents' teeth also weren't great, so I think it's all us.
Yeah,
yes,
I think we've done well. Yeah. All right, so we are going to hear from Hanny and see what she has to say.
我们来看第一个迷思是每个人蛀牙的风险都一样。那事实是，虽然几乎每个人的体内都有导致蛀牙的细菌，但是蛀牙风险因人而异，差别在于基因和习惯。基因会决定你的牙齿珐琅质的强度跟厚度。那有些人天生就有比较容易被磨损的这种珐琅质。好，单字 gene 它表示基因 ，genetics 这个字则表示遗传学或是遗传。 Matt 老师在讲解的时候有提到 building blocks， 那么 building block 它本来可以指建筑用的砌块或者是积木，那可以引申指组成部分、构成要素，它常常用复数形表示。那这边有一个重点是 even though， 它表示虽然、尽管，它是 though、although 的强调说法，之后接子句，用来引导肯定的状况或者是已发生的事实。例如 She cooked for her family even though she was tired。虽然很累，她还是为家人做了饭。好，那比较一个用法是 even if， 它表示就算、即使，是 if 的强调说法，用来引导条件或假设情况，表示说无论情况是否成立，都不会影响到结果。像是 She will cook for her family even if she's tired。就算很累，她还是会为家人做饭的。好，那我们接着回到课文中。
All right, so yeah, we've learned a lot about, we learned a little bit about, fact versus myth when it comes to our oral health. And I think we've both, even though we know that it can kind of come from genetics, we both kind of come to the conclusion that our hard work with keeping up our teeth is really what got us here today.
Yeah, but it's important to know that maybe some people don't have it as easily.
Yeah, definitely true.
All right, well, let's go to the second part of our article and we'll be right back.
Genetics also affects saliva production, which helps wash away food and neutralize acids. However, poor habits still contribute to cavities. Harmful bacteria need sugar, acidity, and a lack of proper cleaning to cause damage. While you cannot change your genes, you can control factors like diet and oral hygiene. Myth 2. Flossing only removes food from teeth. Fact. Flossing primarily removes biofilm, a sticky, dense layer of bacteria that forms every 24 hours. Skipping flossing allows harmful bacteria to build up, which can worsen oral health. As a result, the tight spaces between our teeth are often the first sites of gum disease.
All right, we are going to continue along with our article, starting by, or continuing to talk about genetics. So genetics also affects saliva production, which helps wash away food and neutralize acids. Now, if you don't know, saliva is just another way of saying, the spit essentially in your mouth. And when we talk about neutralizing acids, right, to neutralize means to make something ineffective or to make sure it doesn't work or essentially has the opposite effect, right? And then an acid, which is our vocabulary word, an acid is a noun, and an acid is a liquid with certain chemical properties that can sometimes burn or break things down. So sometimes if you spill, it's like some acid on your skin, it might burn. But for example, when we're talking about acid, we have our example sentence here that says, stomach acid helps break down food. So essentially, whenever you eat something, right, and then it kind of goes down into your stomach, the thing that helps to break the food down into smaller pieces is the stomach acid.
Okay, so there's actually two disadvantages you could have from your genes. Your enamel could wear down more quickly, and also you could have more acid in your mouth due to the saliva, which would also make the enamel wear down more quickly. All right, back to the article. However, poor habits still contribute to cavities. Harmful bacteria need sugar, acidity, and a lack of proper cleaning to cause damage.
And while you cannot change your genes, you can control factors like diet and oral hygiene. Right, because like we said before, the genes are something that's built into your DNA. You get that from your family and your parents, so we don't have too much control over that, but you can control things like your diet, which is what you're eating on a regular basis, and your oral hygiene, which is how well are you actually taking care of your teeth and your pearly whites.
Now, maybe it'd be good to be able to know if you were one of the people who has a more of a chance of getting cavities, so you could do something about it and maybe make sure your saliva is not so acidic.
I know. There's so many people out there with genes that just aren't so great, so they have to rely on their own, their own determination to make sure they have good oral hygiene.
I guess so.
Oh my gosh.
All right, well, now it's time for us to go to Hanny.
课文提到，基因也会影响唾液分泌，唾液有助于冲走食物并中和酸性。那么 neutralize 这个动词就表示使中和、使中立或是抵消。那么 acid 这个名词表示酸，它的一个相关名词 acidity 则表示酸度或是酸。话说回来，不良习惯也会导致蛀牙，有害细菌是会需要糖分、酸性环境，还有缺乏适当清洁才会造成损害。那尽管你无法改变基因，但是至少可以控制饮食、控制口腔卫生等等。那我们接着回到课文中。
Thanks, Hanny. So now we've got our next myth. Myth 2. Flossing only removes food from teeth.
I didn't know that was a myth. I know the main purpose of flossing is to remove food, but I pretty much thought that was the only purpose of flossing.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty much all I use flossing for. I only really floss when I can feel something stuck between my teeth and it's annoying me.
Yeah.
So that's when I mostly use flossing.
I know, I'm the same way.
Here's the fact. So fact, flossing primarily removes biofilm, a sticky, dense layer of bacteria that forms every 24 hours.
Oh, okay, there we go. Now we know. Yeah.
All right, so this is a dense layer. So dense is an adjective that means things are packed tightly together. So there could be a lot of bacteria, but there's a lot of it together, making it dense. So an example sentence, there are tall trees in this dense forest. So in this case, the forest would have many trees that are close together, making it very dense. All right, continuing with the article, skipping flossing allows harmful bacteria to build up, which can worsen oral health. As a result, the tight spaces between our teeth are often the first sites of gum disease.
Oh no, maybe I should start flossing more. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well, if you think flossing's not just for your teeth, it's also for your gums because that's where some bacteria can build up. Oh, and your gums are the part of skin around your teeth, the pink part in your mouth that surrounds the teeth.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, well now let's go to Hanny.
我们来看第二个迷思是使用牙线只能清除牙缝间的食物。那么事实是，使用牙线主要是清除生物膜，它是一层粘稠紧密，每24小时就会形成的细菌层。如果不使用牙线，会让有害细菌累积，可能会造成口腔健康恶化。因此呢，牙齿之间的这种狭小空隙就常常是牙龈疾病最先发生的部位。单字 dense 它是形容紧密的、浓密的或是密度大的。那么 layer 这个名词则表示层或是层次。接着回到课文中。
All right, thank you, Hanny. All right, today we've learned about 2 myths about oral health. The first one being that everyone has the same tendency to get cavities, but in fact, some people have more of a chance based on their genes because their enamel wears down more quickly or more easily, and some people don't produce as much saliva.
Yeah, and the second myth being that flossing is really only to remove food from between your teeth, when actually flossing not only removes food, but it also helps remove this biofilm that kind of forms every 24 hours. And if you don't remove it, then it can kind of cause bacteria that can cause some gum disease. Yeah.
All right, well, we have some more myths to learn next time, so let's review the article again, and we'll see you then.
The mouth is one of the most important parts of the body and plays a vital role in human health. Simply put, it helps us eat, drink, and communicate, essential activities for survival. Despite significant growth in the understanding of oral health, several myths about oral hygiene remain. Myth 1. Everyone has the same risk of cavities. Fact. Cavity risk varies widely from person to person, even though nearly everyone harbors cavity-causing bacteria. The difference lies in genetics and habits. Your genes determine your tooth enamel's strength and thickness. Some people naturally have enamel that wears down more easily. Genetics also affect saliva production, which helps wash away food and neutralize acids. However, poor habits still contribute to cavities. Harmful bacteria need sugar, acidity, and a lack of proper cleaning to cause damage. While you cannot change your genes, you can control factors like diet and oral hygiene. Myth 2. Flossing only removes food from teeth. Fact. Flossing primarily removes biofilm, a sticky, dense layer of bacteria that forms every 24 hours. Skipping flossing allows harmful bacteria to build up, which can worsen oral health. As a result, the tight spaces between our teeth are often the first sites of gum disease.
最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。单字的部分有 vital 是形容至关重要的、不可或缺的。Despite 介系词表示尽管、不管、无论。Gene 名词表示基因。Acid 名词表示酸。Dense 则是形容紧密的、浓密的或密度大的。文法的部分，第一个学到 simply put， 它表示简言之、简单的说。第二个学到 even though， 表示虽然尽管，它是 though although 的强调说法，后面接子句，用来引导肯定的状况或已发生的事实。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。
The history of Lukang dates all the way back to the Qing dynasty. Back then, it was one of Taiwan's main trade centers and a very important harbor town. Since it is also by the ocean, Lukang is also known for its fresh seafood. But did you know that Lukang also is known for its art as well? Let's take a look at the Lukang Arts Village.
Lukang Arts Village was once known as the Mullet Village, a center for mullet fishers. During the Japanese colonial period, the Mullet Village became a dormitory for government officials, police officers, and school teachers. In 2009, the old dormitory became creative studios for artists. During local events such as the Lukang Dragon Boat Festival and the Winter Joy Series activities, there are concerts, art exhibitions, DIY activities, and Japanese tea ceremony classes at Lukang Arts Village. The Japanese-style houses in Lukang Arts Village have black roof tiles and white walls, making you feel as if you're in the streets of Kyoto. The colorful paintings on the walls and cat-themed decorations make Lukang Arts Village a popular place to take pictures and check in. Local calligraphy masters painted the signs for all the studios. Visitors can meet artists face to face, see the beauty of traditional art, and get to know Lukang through DIY activities, lectures, or exhibitions.
Lukang Arts Village really has so much to offer with its rich history and various exhibitions and performances. It's a very important art culture center that is well worth a visit next time you're in Lukang.